So you've decided to start freelancing. Welcome to Freedom, my friend. And today I want to share with you 5 tips I wish I knew
when I got started.
Hello, I'm your host Casino. I'm a digital alchemist, and today I want to share with you 5 tips that will save you a lot of time, frustration, and money in your freelancing career. So,
Let's dive in.
number one, don't try to be everything to everyone. When I started freelancing as a web designer, web developer, I branded myself as an agency, as many of us do, and it must have been incredible because leads started coming in and asking me estimates not only for website creation, but also for logos, flyers, billboards, marketing campaigns, and so on. I was all in because you gotta understand that I had just left my job, moved to another country, some 6,000 miles away, and I had a lot of pressure, to pay the rent and put food on the table. So I was all in and accepted all kind of work related to either the web or print. But what I found out was that even if I could do all of that, I wasn't as fast and effective in all disciplines. And the consequence of that is that I had to work a lot more hours than what I had initially estimated in order to deliver quality. So I was actually losing money because at the end of the project, sometimes I had worked twice the time I initially thought the project would take me. Also, it was very stressful because I had to learn some of the stuff on the fly, but with crazy deadlines. So, as a consequence, I was getting burnt out. I started not enjoying my days anymore and, started wondering if this freelancing stuff was really for me. But the good thing is that I had no choice. So, I had to figure out a way to make it all work. So, progressively, I started focusing on what I enjoyed most doing and what I was the best at without having to work twice the hours. And that's when I started enjoying it again and stopped wasting money. Number two, have a plan. If you go into freelancing thinking that you just throw your name and a nice logo on a business card and work on a beach with your laptop and customers will start fighting to give you their money, well, that's a nice
Fairy tale.
the truth is that freelancing is your first step into business and you should treat it as such. You need a plan. Actually, you need at least two. You need a business plan and a marketing plan. Now, don't be scared. Nobody's asking you to craft hundreds of pages with all possible scenarios imagined. For the business plan, you should know which services you are going to sell and to which audience, where you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and so on, and what measures you are going to take to get there, how much you're going to price the services, and which investments you need to make for your business. That could be equipment, software, and so on. So that means that you will need to do some market research, as simple as it may be, as well as an analysis of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, also known as the SWOT analysis of your freelancing business. Now, for the marketing plan, you will need to identify your audience, understand what are their needs, fears, and problems that they face, where they hang out, what triggers their interest, and which response you can give to them. Then you will have to choose the best channels to get in touch with your audience so that you can deliver to them what they are looking for. It sounds very simplistic, I know, but I like to keep things simple, and if you're interested in the subject, I will create dedicated videos for each plan. 3. Be prepared to eat sardines for 6 months. When I got into freelancing, I was told that I should have 3 months of income savings so that I could support myself before the money started coming in. The thing is, although it may well be correct for some people, the truth is, it really depends on where you live, the cost of life there, the market you're in, the state of the competition, and a bunch of other criterias. I would say be at least prepared for 6 months, but if you can, go for 9 to 12 months. Now, I don't want to discourage you, but I just want to give you my personal experience so that you can go through that on easier terms. Now, if you don't have that kind of money, then you need to be creative. Save money where you can. Eat sardines or whatever cost effective food that you can digest for the next 6 months. Be also prepared to make some compromise. Maybe you can go back and live with your parents or save some money of the rent by sharing your place, or maybe get a smaller place. Now, the key here is to lower your expenses while you're stacking up clients and revenue. Number 4, build a portfolio on your own terms. When you freelance, your portfolio is your best friend. You can convert better than any ad. It gives you social proof and shows your potential clients what level of work they can expect from you. Now, when you're just getting started, it can be tough to already have a portfolio because you're just getting started, right? Kind of like the chicken and the egg story. Now, my advice is this: before you quit your job and start freelancing, start building a portfolio on your own terms. And what I mean by that is target 3 or 4 companies that fit your target market and that could benefit from your work. For example, if you're a web designer or a developer and you spot companies that would look good in your portfolio and they have a crappy website, then simply approach them and make them an offer they can't refuse. Now, before I continue, I want to make a statement. I do not advise to do free work or work paid for peanuts, except in this very case, and I'm going to tell you why. You have a problem. You have no portfolio or a portfolio that does not represent what you can do. These companies have a problem. They have good businesses but crappy websites. By offering a solution they can't refuse, you will solve both their problem as well as yours. So basically, you are going to offer them to create their website free of charge but on your terms. And your terms will be that you will estimate the whole project to a price that they would normally have to pay for, but you will offer it to them if they sign an agreement that they may not disclose the fact that the work was done for free. This has the advantage to psychologically not lower your work. Now think about it. What gives you more value between I'll offer you a free website or the redesign of your website is valued at X thousand dollars and I have an offer so that you can get that
free of charge.
Now, what do you think? Which one is better? Also, one of the conditions would be that you have the last word on design decisions, because after all, the main benefit to you is that you will have a valuable entry in your portfolio, so it may as well be stunning on your own terms. The advantage to build your portfolio like that is that you get to choose who you want to work with. You will have a portfolio that will act as your best salesman. You will learn the ins and outs of working with clients, and it would help you to compare your initial time estimate to the time you actually spent on the project. And as such, your next estimates will be more accurate, and that brings us to my next tip for you. Number 5, have solid conditions in your estimates. Now, before I start, projects can be priced based on hourly rate, project basis, or value, the best one being value based, but not always achievable, especially when you have little experience. Then the next one is project based, but when you're just getting started, hourly is often the choice. Now, in my own experience, if you choose the project based route, you must develop solid conditions in your estimates. And this is how I've learned my lesson. I remember once working 27 extra hours for free against my will, and it was my fault. I was just getting started in freelancing and I had made an invoice for the redesign of a website. So in my estimate, I priced the whole project based on the amount of web pages and functionalities that the project required. And my first mistake was that I did not describe precisely enough what was going on each page. One of the pages said catalog, and from the briefing, it was supposed to be, mentioning the type of equipment that the company was leasing with links to the various equipment manufacturers' websites. But my description of that page in the estimate was vague at best. So to give you some context, it was a local company leasing construction equipment. It was quite a large company at the local level, so they had a lot of people involved in the project, and they had created a board of people from different departments to help bring the website redesign project to its term. So I started working on the project and all was fine until I had to work on the catalog page, where eventually they wanted me to list about 100 entries of their catalog, which means that I had to crop and optimize all the images and format all the references and text entries for 100 items. Needless to say, I advised against that for various reasons. The weight of the page, the user experience, and so on. But I was just a freshman in freelancing with not that much confidence, and I was facing a board of business dinosaurs that would only have it their way. Now, in a future video, I will show you how to never have to go through that kind of nonsense, because since then, I've learned my lesson, I developed my confidence, and have rock solid conditions in my estimates. But going back to my story, because my estimates did not mention precisely the maximum time spent on a revision round, I had to work an extra 27 hours because I had to go through the numerous back and forth revisions from the board, which had kind of an internal war going on between them, and I was caught in the middle of that. So, not defining a maximum time for the revision process was my second mistake. And I'll never forget those 27 hours of my life frustratingly working for free. But the benefit is that now you won't have to go through this yourself if you make sure your estimates are tight regarding what is offered for the price your clients are paying. And the portfolio build-up shared in the previous tip can be a really great live experience to get better at that. So I hope that you have enjoyed the tips shared in this video and that it will save you a lot of time and money. And if you have other tips you want to share, please let me know in the comments of this video. Now, which tip have you already implemented? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, you'll also find the companion blog article with all the links on my website, casino.com, and you will find a direct link in the description of this video. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps growing this channel. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, please share it now. Now, if you want to brand, market, and grow your business in the digital age, make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you never miss your share of digital alchemy. And if you're interested in tips, tools, services, and case studies that can help you grow your business online, then go to casino.com/newsletter and subscribe to my email newsletter. So I hope to see you in the next video. And in the meantime, do you know what time it is? I think you do. It's time to invest
In your success.